What's up everyone, and welcome to another Pokemon X and Pokemon Y update. It seems this week has been slapping us in the face, throwing us tons of new information. First there was the E3, the Nintendo Direct, everything else revealed at E3, and now we also have the leak of CoroCoro beginning. I don't think everything has been done so far, but we do have enough to actually have some information here, and I decided to cover this. This actually came out yesterday, but you guys may or may not know I've been pretty busy moving in. That's why the updates haven't been coming in like on time, but finally I think I've settled in and I'm good to go. So let's get started with these new CoroCoro scans here. So we're going to start off with the ones revealing the new Pokemon, because there's, I believe, 4 new Pokemon revealed, maybe 1 or more, but starting off with this one here, you see the already revealed Vivillon, a bug and flying type Pokemon. We saw this one over at the Nintendo Direct trailer. We saw it battling against the other new Pokemon, Wyvern, the dragon Pokemon. But Vivillon here, as I said, it may have some pre-evolutions, and indeed that has been confirmed now. One of these here, I believe this one that I'm showing off is Spewpa. That is its English name. However, its Japanese name, because this is a Japanese magazine, is going to be Kofurai, which I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds pretty cool. It's like a samurai bug thing. Anyway, this is a bug type. Seems to look a little bit like Burmy. I don't know, like it's wrapped up in a little coat, much like a lot of the, like, worm kind of Pokemon, I guess. The second stage, they become kind of a cocoon, so this one wraps up itself in this white coat of something. Either way, the first stage, I guess we're going backwards here, is Kofi Kimushi. Can't even barely pronounce that. No real English name revealed for that one yet. As I said, the other one may be Spewpa. It could turn out that this one's actually Spewpa, but I don't think so. Also, only a bug type, so yeah, just kind of looks like the standard worm kind of bug Pokemon that you'd see in any game, like Wurmple and Caterpie, as I said before. So this is how they evolve. You know, you have this guy here first, then Spewpa, and then Vivillon. So maybe there'll be like one to counteract that, because usually, like with Caterpie, you know, there was Weedle also on the flip side. With Wurmple, it had the split evolution, you know, so there's usually 2 bug Pokemon. Spinrack and Ladybug kind of went together. 4th generation, I don't even remember. And 5th generation, I don't remember either. I guess there was Venipede and Sewaddle. So there's probably going to be another one to this, another flip side to this. But for now, we have these 3 Pokemon revealed. Next up, let's take a look at this little guy here. His name is Shishiko. That is, of course, the Japanese name. However, it does pretty much translate to being the lion cub Pokemon, or lion child, I guess, technically. But for us, it's the lion cub. It is a normal and fire type Pokemon, and it is most likely in its first stage. It looks like a first stage Pokemon, pretty tiny. I would assume that this is not going to be its only evolution, though. It'll probably have like a second and eventually a final awesome stage, so I'm going to guess this one's still in its first little stage. Also has a new move called Warcry, completely new move to Generation 6, which lowers the target's attack, or the opponent's attack, basically, you use it against. I'm pretty sure Growl also does that, so I'm not sure like what the difference is there. Maybe it's just one of those, maybe it'll be like a new move, sort of like Growl and Tail Whip are, that also lowers a stat. And I'm gonna guess this is gonna be like the early normal type Pokemon you get, like Zigzagoon or Rattata in their generations. So it's probably likely to evolve. It doesn't look like this is its final stage or a standalone Pokemon. It does have the fire type duality, I guess I can say, but yeah, it's a normal fire type, which is a little odd. 2 fire types very early on, with Fledgling being, or if Fledgling does evolve into Talonflame, then there's 2 fire types pretty early on in the game. But that is pretty much all we know about this little guy. He looks pretty cute. I don't know, just looks like a cute little lion cub. Moving right along to the final new Pokemon here, we've got Furubebe, or Furubebe, or I don't know how to say that, but basically it translates to the Lone Flower Pokemon. As you see here, it's pretty much that. It's a weird thing attached to a flower. It is actually a fairy type, another new fairy type revealed. First we had Sylveon, then we had some old Pokemon revealed being fairy types, but this is the second new fairy type that we don't know from Generation 6. Looks a little bit like a grass type to me, but it's just fairy type apparently, and it's most likely going to be a first stage Pokemon. Again, these are little guesses that I'm making, but this one might just be a standalone Pokemon. I'm not sure. It does look like it at least has one more evolution, but like I said, we can't tell right now. But it is a fairy type, and because of that, we has a new move called Fairy Wind, which we actually saw Gardevoir use in one of the trailers, so you can take a look at that. This is Fairy Wind. I don't know if it has any side effects. It just seems to do damage. Probably going to be a special attack, it looks at least. So it has that, and it does state in the text or whatever, it does say that they can hold on to different flowers, apparently, changing its color maybe. So maybe this will work like Burmy or Wormadam or what is it, Gastrodon's pre-evolution, Shellos, where they have two different colors, or Basculin, which has two different colors. So maybe this guy will have different colors. Apparently, you can't switch the flowers around is the thing. So once it has a flower color, maybe it'll have like a permanent form. It does say that it can hold, or hold different flowers. So that's what I'm assuming. Maybe it'll be completely different, but we'll have to wait and find out. Anyway, that is it for all the new Pokemon revealed. However, we do have some new characters, as well as the names of some towns revealed. So let's take a look at those. First up, we're going to take a look at this screenshot here. We've got a Sami Town, being the starting town of the game, and confirming it being my little theory that is actually the little town on the map with the two triangles in the beginning. So this is called a Sami Town, or a Same. Don't know the English name yet, but those will probably be revealed somewhere this week, or probably by the weekend, or something like that. But it does confirm that this is the one on the map. As you see, the building is pretty much the same one from the trailer we got at E3 Nintendo Direct. And we actually do also have some characters, some new characters revealed for the game, which is a little unlikely, or something we haven't seen too much of yet, rather. From left to right, this guy here is named Toroba, this guy is Tiaruno, and here is Sana. So, we've got the Japanese names, obviously. Let's focus a little bit on Sana here, because you may notice or recognize her a little bit. This is actually the girl, or at least looks like the girl, that's following you in a lot of the trailers during that forest, which also pretty much says that this forest will be early on. Actually, it doesn't confirm it, but it looks like it'll be early on to me. These are some of the rivals, per se, of the game. If you remember, Black and White had Chiren and Bianca. So this game has 3 rivals, plus one more, which may be a little bit hard to spot. But if we take a look at this screenshot here, it might look a little blurry, but we do also have the rival characters. So basically, the gender that you don't pick, you will get the opposite gender character also being part of this, like, group of friends. Because that is one thing that Game Freak actually stated, is they want X and Y to focus more on basically connecting with a lot of friends rather than just, like, one rival. Like in previous games, you had like Barry and Gary, or Blue, or Green, or whatever you like to call him, being like the one main rival you challenge yourself with. This game will focus on having a group of friends which you actually battle. The English names for those, actually, the boy character is named Xavier, and the girl character is named Yvonne. You know, they have the X and Y, of course. Xavier for X and Yvonne for Y. So I'm assuming, I don't know, they just wanted to do that with the names X, Y letter things. So let's move on to the final screenshot here. We've got Hakudan City, which actually houses the first gym you may see from the screenshots here is going to be this one with the spider webs, and we'll actually talk about that in a little bit. But could this actually be the city that's been shown a couple of times in the trailers? It looked a little bit more like a town to me, but this one that I'm showing off now, could this be the one? I'm not sure. We do know that this town does have a gym, or at least it has the gym symbol. Maybe that's changed, but anyway, let's talk about the characters in the screenshot here. We've got on the left, Pansy. She is actually a photographer, which is a little weird because the other one's holding the camera, but she is a photographer nonetheless. She is actually going to be appearing in the Pokemon anime alongside 2 Pokemon which you may recognize here. We've got Helioptile and Gogoat. Basically, she's going to be here in the anime, so it could be that Helioptile and Gogoat here are actually going to be the first 6th generation Pokemon to actually appear on the TV show, which would be really cool. You know how Togepi appeared in the anime before even 2nd gen came out. Kecleon appeared before like 3rd generation came out. Anyway, on the right here, we've got a new character as well named Viola, and she is actually the first gym leader. So that's pretty cool. We did see that the first gym is going to be this one here. She is a bug-type gym leader. That's why there's all the spider webs around, probably. And I guess she carries a video camera around, which is a little weird because the other one's apparently a photographer. But we see here she's also got, like, apparently a little recording studio or something set up. So we'll see how her character actually plays into that whole video camera thing. Maybe we'll see a little bit of a return of Pokestar Studios. I don't think so, since that didn't seem to go very well in Black and White 2. But one little final screenshot here, though, shows off you talking with all your little rivals or friends or whatever you want to call them. I'm going to keep calling them rivals because that's basically what I've grown up with and known. And I guess it's a bigger group now, which I guess it's more like friends. That's basically what they want to focus on, is connecting with other friends, so they have a big group of friends instead of rivals or something. Anyway, that pretty much wraps up these CoroCoro scans leaked. You may have seen a lot of them were a little small, so I don't think they're actually complete yet. So we might see a couple of more screenshots or CoroCoro scans leak a little bit later on in the week. I'm hoping so at least, because it seems like some of this information is like half. We'll see what happens with that. If not, then this is still awesome. 3 new Pokemon revealed. Vivillon's pre-evolutions are actually 4, as well as Shishiko, Furubebe, and of course the rivals and the gym leader, the first gym leader, and that other character. So that's actually a lot, really cool stuff, and of course adding on to the already giant, massive news that we got from E3 and Nintendo Direct. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like to show some support, and thank you all for watching once again. See you guys next time.